Hi guys, welcome to another quick sales update. Just going to do one for the week here. I know I did one last week, and I know I normally do 2 weeks between them, but we've had quite a few sales this week, and as well as that, we've had quite a few interesting ones that I wanted to talk about quickly. So I'm just going to kick off today with this Toy Story Woody Signature Collection with the box. This was one of the first pickups we ever made, basically. There was about 4 of them. There was Jessie, Lotso, Bullseye, and Woody. And she wanted 40 for the lot, so we picked up the 4 for 40. Lotso and Bullseye went quite a while ago now, and we are already very much in profit with them. Woody and Jessie have hung around for quite a bit, unfortunately, so the price came down to $29.99 for both of them. Jessie's still hanging around, but Woody did sell for $29.99 recently, giving us a very nice profit on the overall pickup. And he's been with us so long now, it's just nice to see him go to a new home, so happy to see him go, basically. Hornby Trains set. This is a Virgin train locomotive and coaches. This is a set from, around about the late 80s, early 90s possibly. It's quite an old set. I remember my dad really wanting this when I was younger. My dad's a big train enthusiast, and it's one of those ones that when I see it sort of rings a bell in the back of my head that it is still quite old. The woman I picked this up also had another set I picked up for 30, and she had this going for 20, so I asked her kindly would she do it for 10, and she immediately said no, and I was like, okay, that's fair enough, no worries. And when I got there, she was like, look, I'm happy to give you for 10 as well, that's not a problem. So I was like, oh, bonus, great, thanks. So picked them both up for 40. The other one's listed currently for 90, and this one went for $49.99. Hornby Trains always do hold their value, and there's always a collector looking to pick something up for their set. So there's always going to sell, there's always a marketplace for them, and they're always very reliable things to pick up. Very happy, nice easy sale. Harry Potter chess set. This is a chess set based on the chess game from Philosopher's Stone, the film and the book. It's modelled exactly the same as obviously the pieces from there, and it is a really nice little piece. My only complaint really is that I felt the board was a bit cheap cardboardy, but it's a nice set nonetheless. We picked it up for 5 going back probably about 3-4 weeks ago now, and it was quite a one we've never seen before. It was a bit of a sort of shell shocked us a bit. I was like, I didn't know it existed. We put up for $39.99, £40 originally. It didn't sell, went through a cycle of 30 days. We put it back up for $34.99, then it sold on Sunday night just out of the blue. Payday weekend for you. It had loads of watches. It had like 14 watches, something crazy like that. So we knew it was around about the right price mark, and we knew it was going to sell. Like I say, it was a really interesting thing to find, not one I've seen before, and definitely worth keeping your eye out for if you can pick it up cheaply. You might remember about 2 weeks ago we picked up a load of Littlest Pet Shop stuff for £25, and there was a load of figures. We went through each figure individually and saw if they were worth anything on their own. And this one came up. It's one of the glitter pets. These are rare apparently. These were done as a little set, about 5, 6, 7 of them, and they are very sought after pieces. This, when we checked, was $14.99 or £20 some people had out for. So we went for $14.99 and it got a lot of watches, quite surprisingly so. I didn't expect it to. And then it sold for $14.99, so it's near enough paid for all the other sets and everything else as well. So very, very happy with that. Always worth checking these kind of figures just to see if any of them are rare, because they're kind of collector's things for kids, I suppose. They really want the certain pets, and their parents are willing to pay these crazy prices for them, so happy with that. Tech Deck triple set. This is an interesting one. I haven't seen this before. It must be the newer Tech Deck stuff. Tech Deck stuff's been around since I was a kid, and I remember the craze for it, and it was mental. I find it really hard to believe this stuff is actually still popular and fun for kids, because it's not that fun as an adult when you look at it. This set was £2, I think. Yeah, £2, and we picked it up at a car boot sale on the weekend, I think. It was an interesting one because I hadn't seen it before. It's sort of, the ramps change into 3 other different kind of ramps. Upside down, it's like a staircase, and then there's also like a vert curb as well. The vert curb doesn't look very interesting, I'll be honest with you. I don't understand why you want to play with that one, but it does anyway. We put up for $11.99 and it went within about 4 or 5 days. Got quite a few watches as well, so definitely worth keeping your eye out for. And it came with the original skateboard as well, which is always a bonus. Helps sell the set a lot easier. This one I wanted to include just to sort of prove that we don't always make great decisions, or should I say I don't make always great decisions. I saw this on Gumtree for £20. It was a box of Playmobil. I tried to make out what I could from it, and I thought there was value in it, and when I went and picked it up, got it home, and started checking it, I noticed that there was a lot of pieces missing. It really wasn't worth my time to go through sort of sets, because what I thought was 1 or 2 complete sets was actually one set, and it needed work still. The other bits with it really weren't worth my time to start piecing together, so I decided, right, cut my losses and let's put it up for a bid for 20, which is what I paid for it, and get my money back. Got our money back, thank God, and it's gone GSP, which I can't believe. I don't know why someone would have bought this GSP for parts. I'm happy to see the back end of it, just because it was a mistake on my part, and sort of just buyers beware, don't always think you're getting a great deal, always try and check as much as you can. Definitely a learning curve for me, because I do have a tendency to pick things up without always 100% checking what I'm doing. So it's just a kick in the head for me to remind me, always check. Ted Baker dress, which I'm not going to be able to talk very much about because I know nothing about fashion. This was one of Laurie's pickups. If she's picked it up, it's been probably no more than £4 or £5 max. We got an offer for 30 for it, so we took that. It was up for about 4 weeks, I think. It wasn't that long, really. It was a really nice piece. There was a little bit of problems with the stitching on the top shoulder, but we did include all that, obviously, to make people aware, and it wasn't a major issue, so it went happily. Laurie always looks out for clothing labels and whatever. She knows far more about than I do. I don't even go near it. Games and toys all the way, so this is one that was out of my comfort zone for me. But a happy, easy sell for us, nice and easy. UMIG 8mm camera and projector. I picked this camera up a long time ago now, I think probably within the first couple of weeks of us doing this. And I sold the projector, and the camera hung around for ages and wouldn't sell, so eventually I picked up a different projector, which unfortunately the bulb was gone on. So I put it with the camera and sort of said, like, obviously the projector has got issues. It was up for around about 2 weeks, and in the end I got an offer of 25, so I took that happily, and it's gone GSP to a new home, so happy with that. Dragon 32K, these are really interesting pieces. So these are from the same era as the Commodore games consoles and computers. They are old as hell. I found a woman who was selling a load of these, and we went round to her house to pick up a lot of other stuff, and she brought out these Dragon 32s, and I snapped them out of her hand. We had £36 extra on us, and she gave us one of these and a bucket ton of games. This sold within 12 hours. It was listed last night, and it went this morning for $39.99. It's gone locally as well to a guy not far from here. Is coming to collect it tonight. He has paid postage, but I've also said I'll refund that if he comes to collect. That's not a problem, because he's wary of Hermes delivering it, because it could get further damage. I couldn't get a readout of this console. I tried everything I possibly could, but for whatever reason there was nothing coming back out of it. So it's gone for parts and spares, and it's still gone for £40, which has more than covered what we originally paid just for the console and the games. So it's been very interesting to find. The thing that I think surprised me the most was that this was actually manufactured not far from here, down the road in Port Albert, which is where I'm originally from. And it's got a predate sort of the 70s/80s. It's definitely that era, and it's just a very interesting collector's piece to see and find and have, I suppose. So happy as hell with this sale, and the next one gets even better. So last night around about 11 o'clock we list this, which was the job lot of the games that came with the Dragon 32K. Now originally there was 29 tapes in this bundle. As you can see, there's now 26, and it's still got 4 watches. Some guy messaged us within about 5, maybe 10 minutes of it being listed, saying could he please buy 2 of the games, especially out of this bundle. And he offered us £20 for them. Originally we sort of said, nah, we want them to go as a job lot just to make it easier on ourselves. We don't really want to part out bits and bobs here and there. He messaged us about 5 times within the space of 20 minutes, and the price just went up to £30 for the 2 games. By this morning we just sort of agreed, yeah, no problem, we'll take the 2 games out for you and sell them for £30. So here we have Missile Command and Pontoon, which were what he wanted, which is what he wanted for his collection. He's paid £30 for the 2 cartridges, which is crazy money in my opinion. We've got the whole 26 up for $64.99. That does include some made games by the guy that owned it. That does include copies, I think, loads of stuff. But these two alone just going for £30 was amazing. And the fact that we've already got so many watches on the Dragon 32 games that are now for $64.99 is insane. So I will keep you guys posted on that sale, but that brings us to a close for this week, and I am so happy. I'm so happy with the pickups. I hope you guys have an amazing week. We're going to give Jumble Sales a go this week on Saturday, but we're going to miss Car Boots on Sunday. So we will be back with you guys on Sunday for some sort of a haul video, but probably won't be as massive as it normally is unless this Jumble Sale is amazing. So we will see you guys then. Take care and have a great weekend.